รายการต่อไปนี้เป็นรายการทั่วไปสามารถรับชมได้ทุกวัย
Our team believes that all forms of English are valid. We have been encouraging millions of Thais to speak out and have fun with English, which is a foreign language to most of us. We also believe that once you can get your point across, you have communicated with success. Our guests on the show have different levels of English, but one thing they have in common is the courage to give it a go. We don't aim at reaching perfection when it comes to using English. We just want to remind you that it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
อิชิตันชิวๆชาเขียวผสมวุ้นมะพร้าวเคี้ยวหนึบได้น้ำได้เนื้อเต็มคำ Hi guys สวัสดีคุณผู้ชมทั่วประเทศนะคะกลับเข้าสู่รายการ Loukgolf English Room where you live laugh and learn ค่ะ Okay my guest for today is someone who is rich with life's experience and he has done so many things so we're gonna find out what those amazing experiences are วันนี้นะคะเป็นหนึ่งบุคคลที่ลูกกอล์ฟอยากจะสัมภาษณ์เขามานานมากแล้วนะคะ please welcome พี่สิงห์วรรณสิงห์ค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Hello everyone
Hi
Hello
Hi
Hi
I'm gonna hug you
Alright let's hug
Yeah let's hug ouch hug not hit Welcome to my English room
Thank you so much
Thank you for being here
Yes pleasure
How did you learn and practice your English?
When I was young my mom kind of take it very seriously for me to speak English very well so she paid a lot of money for me to go to summer school when I was like 10 I started at 10 so in the summer I would go to like USA or England or Canada for like a month so that got me the basics and some practice in English but it got more natural when I was an exchange student when I was 17 I was in US for a year and then after that I study in international program in Thammasat University so I study in English so I've been using English all my life so right now it's kind of imprinted in my brain and
มันเหมือนอยู่ในเนี้ยอยู่ในหัวไปแล้ว
ใช่ฮะ and when I take notes I take in English when I watch movie I watch in English and so on and so forth yeah
And you have been like everywhere
not everywhere but my goal in this life is to be almost everywhere but you can never be everywhere right so I've done 51 country now so I think in 10 years I'm hoping to hit 100 country I have been all over Asia so only like one country or two country left in Asia so my next project is going to be in every country in Africa and then after Africa I'm going to move on to South America yeah
So you love Africa so much, don't you?
Yeah, it's my favorite continent. You just walk down and you see tons of wildebeest, tons of seabirds, and it's not in 100, it's in 1,000 or 10 of 1,000 around you. That's the natural side. And on the human side, it's very amazing. The culture is very diverse. We always take Africa as a whole continent, but there are so many diversity in
ความหลาก
Africa.
หลาย
And there's a national society and there's a tribal society. So within each country, there are like, for example, like South Africa has 12 official language. That's only the official language. And
เป็นภาษาทางการของเขาที่เขาใช้อะพี่ like
yeah, and there are more than 100 languages spoken there, which is unofficial. So every African will have 3 languages. The first is the colonizer languages, like French or English or Dutch or whatever, depends on the countries. Second is the main African languages of that country, like Swahili is the main language of Kenya and Tanzania. And then the third is the tribal language, like a Maasai will speak Maasai, a Himba will speak Himba. And
เป็นภาษาของชนเผ่านั้นๆ tribal.
So there would be only like a few thousand people speaking the same language in tribal language. So there are so many languages, and I can tell you English is one of the easiest language you can learn compared to like there's a language called Xhosa in South Africa.
What was that? Sorry.
Xhosa.
Say it again.
And if you want to say
Is that the name of
Xhosa? Yeah. It has a click like this and
Oh my gosh ยากมาก
and the word beer in the word
Beer.
Gosa is Ngomboti.
Oh my gosh say it again
Ngomboti. Yeah. So you see, English is very, very easy compared to. And that's one of
ดี
the.
ว่ะทำไมแม่เราไม่ตั้งชื่อว่าน้อง
Yeah, that's a guy called.
น้อง
That's a guy called Pile. Yeah. And
His name is amazing
yeah, and when they write it, they use exclamation mark as a jelly. Yeah, to represent the sound.
What's his name again
Pile.
เลิศมากเลยอ่ะ
And that's not even the hardest language. Like in Mongolia, I met a boy actually named Techingchigr.
So because you are so well traveled can I say that
Well traveled.
เดินทางเยอะอ่ะ so we're going to ask you to talk about the places you have been to okay starting with your favorite
There are favorites in terms of what I learned, and there are favorites in terms of how much fun I got, and there are favorites in terms of how tough it was. See, so every journey has very different taste, and normally you think of only one factor when you travel, which is fun. But sometimes it's not fun at all. But I learned so much from the travel. So if I'm gonna talk about fun, I think the most fun I have is when I stay with the Maasai tribe, which was a tribal society in Kenya. I stayed there for like a week in a village in a very far away place, and I didn't take a bath for a week because there's no water.
Okay.
And it's just so much fun. They have many traditions that we are not used to, like jumping competition, like who can jump the highest.
Did you participate in
Yeah, I tried to jump, but they jump
like really high
almost 2 meters, very high. Like I don't know. At least more than a meter, I say. Yeah, in terms of the trip that I learned the most, I would say it has to be last year, which I traveled for doing this documentary on my student travel on this channel. The place was Afghanistan,
okay
which was, as you know, very dangerous.
Yes.
It's an active war zone.
Yes.
It's been a war zone for 40 years now, and it's very dangerous. I can get killed or kidnapped all the time. But I go there because I've heard about war and terrorism all my life, and I really want to understand people who live there, how they cope with it, how do they see it, and especially those who participate in it, why. One of the things I have learned about traveling all over the world is that humans are never simple. We can never explain like these are bad people, these are good people.
we are complicated
Yes.
guys
And there's always reason behind every act that we think is incomprehensible.
ที่ไม่สามารถเข้าใจได้
But at the same time, if we talk to them enough, we can relate to them. And one of the most unrelatable people are terrorists and people who participate in war or genocide. And I really want to understand them, not to validate what they do, but just want to answer the question in my head, why? And I spent 2 weeks in Afghanistan, which is a very dangerous week, 2 weeks.
and you came close to death
Not directly, but for example, the street that I drove past every morning, when I took a plane out of Afghanistan, I learned that it got bombed when I was in the plane. So if I stay one more day, I might
yeah
be in the middle of bombing. And you really learn a lot about yourself when you feel fear.
yeah
And you can never feel that when you live comfortable at home. So I said I step a lot out of my comfort zone. In other trips, there are many memorables. Like the latest trip, I went to the top of the mountain in Kilimanjaro, and it was higher than clouds. So it's the first time I can walk and see clouds beneath me. And or when I went to Dharamsala in India, I get to interview the Dalai Lama, and it's one of the most amazing experience I have.
I want to watch your show already อยากดูแล้วเนี่ยพี่พูดใหม่
And one of the most amazing experience, last year I went to Japan. I do a documentary for the whole adult video industry.
yes
So I interviewed
adult videos
the
what's
AV
that
star. I was in the set when they were shooting.
รอพี่
And I talked to the Yakuza who were running the business. And I talked to the producers, I talked to the stars, I talked to the male star. The male star who was #1 in the world, he starred in 8,000 movies so far. It was very interesting perspective and in terms of humanity and business to learn.
we have to stop talking now
Alright.
ต้องหยุดแล้วนะครับ และนี่คือช่วงของ Playtime ค่ะ wow In this playtime, what is it by อิชิตันชิวๆนะคะ You are going to rely on one of your 5 senses to determine what our mystery object is.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, please choose your mystery object from one of these boxes.
I choose the purple one.
Oh, purple กล่องม่วงนะคะองุ่นเคียวโฮอีกแล้วนะคะ And today you are going to look at a picture and tell us what that picture is.
Okay. I look now?
Yes. You are going to look at a picture and tell us what that picture is. You can't say the word.
Well, it's used in many of the drinks, which is popular in Thailand. You can buy it in 7-Eleven.
Tea leaf.
Okay. You didn't know in advance?
No.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Very good, very good, very good.
That's it, right?
Yeah. ดูไฮมาดิ
It is, right?
ถ้าเป็นใบชาใบเดียวคือ tea leaf แบบนี้เป็น F ถูกไหมฮะ แต่ถ้าเป็นหลายใบก็ดูตรงนี้ไปด้วย tea leaves แบบนี้นะฮะ และช่วงนี้นะคะจะต้องขอบคุณนะคะอิชิตันชิวๆของเรานะคะ ชาเขียวผสมวุ้นมะพร้าวนะคะเคี้ยวหนึบได้น้ำได้เนื้อเต็มคำค่ะ yeah อิชิตันชิวๆชาเขียวผสมวุ้นมะพร้าวเคี้ยวหนึบได้น้ำได้เนื้อเต็มคำ
I drive in Namibia alone. It's a very desert country in the south of Africa, and I drove into the middle of the desert by myself, and my truck got stuck in the desert for like 5 hours, and there's no one around, and I have to.
กลับเข้าสู่รายการ นี่ไงอยากลองแบบรายการเจ๋งว่ะเจ๋งมากเลยอะ Now we're gonna talk more about your show. Okay, on GMM 25. What's the name of the show?
Thượng Travel, which if we translate in English, it would be like salvage travel or something like that. It started as a project to because I was very depressed in the beginning of last year, 2016.
What happened, if I may ask?
Many family problems and stuff.
Okay.
And I haven't traveled for like 3 months, which is very long time for me, if you ask me. And then I needed to go somewhere
To heal yourself.
Yeah, to make me happy again. If I stay in Thailand, I just get depressed all the time. Then let's go to Africa again, because I remember being in Africa is very fun, and so I just book a ticket and go there. But I don't want to go and don't have anything back. Don't want to just travel and spend my money.
So you came up with this plan.
Yeah, to make a TV show by myself, doing it alone. I don't have any money yet, so I cannot bring anyone with me. I don't have a show to show it on, and I just go there with a few of my GoPro camera and one big camera, and then just do a show out of it. And I just keep traveling and recording, and I just keep on learning how to do it by myself. Because all of my life I've been in front of camera. I can do script writing, I can do director, but I never been a cameraman. I never touched any technical equipment. So I just learn on the go and wasted the few first days to learn about it, and then
to learn how to film, and
how to interview, how to set up camera, and then after that I came back with a very good material.
It's genuine เนาะมันอาจจะแบบว่ามันแบบค่อนข้างแบบเรียลอะจริงมากๆอะไรเงี้ย
Yeah, I was in 2 countries, South Africa and in Namibia, and going there with a purpose. I forget all my suffering, all my depression, and I go there, I get to talk and learn a lot about the people and the places I go to. My truck, I drive in Namibia alone. It's a very desert country in the south of Africa, and I drove into the middle of the desert by myself, and my truck got stuck in the desert for like 5 hours, and there's no one around, and I have to.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I have to step on the roof of my truck and like, hey, like this.
เหมือนในหนังเหรอพี่
Yeah. So.
And did you film that?
A little bit, because I was very scared at the time. I don't have like enough concentration. But anyway, it was a real adventure, and I document it for myself. After I did edit it and make it like a pilot show, and finally I came up with a deal with GMM 25, and they bought it.
ที่บางที่บนโลกคุณอยากรู้เหลือเกินว่าเป็นยังไงแต่ว่าไม่อยากไปเองไม่เป็นไรฮะเดี๋ยวให้ผมไปแทนครับพบกับการเดินทางผจญภัยสุดมันของวรรณสิงห์ประเสริฐกุลตั้งแต่วอร์โซนยันเมืองผีสิง ในรายการเทือน Travel
That's the start of it. So then I have my excuse to go all over the world in these strange places and pretend like I'm working. Actually, I was having fun. I don't make a lot of profit from this show at all, but I just finance me to go in these places, which will cost more than $1 million if you go by myself. So I did that and I traveled almost all of last year to
What
make this
were
happen.
the biggest obstacles
My own fear.
โอ้ยตายแล้วทำไมตอบเป็นพระเอกอย่างนี้ล่ะพี่มันคอมมาก
But it's very big. Like you have to overcome your own fear in so many ways. Like in Afghanistan, the fear is very, very present and very real, right? But the fear of failure, the fear of getting out there. Like when I was depressed, it made you fear everything. So I have to step out of it. And the fear of nobody buying it, right? Because when I first doing my first trip, I come back, there's no deal yet.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that it's going to be sold or anything. And but during the time, I figured out so many things like how to make show on my own. And the most significant part is that the cost lower so much, like almost 3 times when I do it my own. Because when you travel, you have to pay for plane ticket, for hotels, for meals. And when you do it alone, it's the cost like
From now on I'm gonna
Yeah.
just like do this show by myself
talk to them.
ต่อไปนี้ลูกก็ทำเองแล้วนะคะคนเดียวเลย No
Yeah, you
producer
set your camera.
คุณผู้ชมคะตอนนี้นะคะแล้วก็แบบพี่แป๊บนึงก่อนสักที I can't
But that's what I do on my own. I think I have discovered the new art of doing everything by myself, and it makes me can do a lot of more things. Like I have a Facebook page, and there are some followings on my page. Last year I make so much money out of it. Like the online marketing has been like quite a big trend right now, and now I can do content on my own, and I can put video on my channel without needing to use any team at all. So yeah, I learned a lot from last year, and I was proud the most that I have turned from a very depressed person to a very happy person by the end of the year. And that's the biggest achievement, I think.
Good for you
Thank
really,
you.
really
Thank
good
you.
for you
Yeah.
Okay but you like traveling around Thailand as well
Yeah, and I am a little bit ashamed to say that I still don't know a lot about Thailand, my own country, even in terms of history. I read so many world history, but if you ask me about Thai history, I was like, yeah, maybe because I was fed with it so much in school, so make me like, and it's always one-sided history. There's no debate, there's no alternative history, there's no counter argument with the history. We just learn information. So that's why I don't learn a lot about Thai history. But when growing up, I know that there are so many different ways to learn about Thailand. And I think I would love to travel more in Thailand. And one of the places I love a lot is the Deep South, the 3 provinces. And I've been there a couple of times now.
3 จังหวัดนะพี่นะ
Yeah, Yala, Pattani, Narathwat. And always learn new things. And it's
People
not,
are amazing there
yeah, it's not scary at all.
Amazing people
And I think if you count the people who got killed by car accident or gunshot or robbery in Bangkok, it's more than the Deep South.
ตอนนี้นะคะได้เวลาที่เราจะต้องไปplaytime กันนะคะแต่ว่าก่อนที่จะไป playtime เนี่ยจะต้องขอขอบคุณผู้ใหญ่ใจดีของเรานะคะขอขอบคุณนะคะ Clean and Clear Natural Bright Face Wash นะคะเผยผิว bright อย่างเป็นธรรมชาติค่ะและนี่คือช่วงเวลาของ playtime จ้าNow we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. First question: Have you ever been short of money when paying for something?
Of course.
I have. Oh, come on, we all have.
Yeah.
Come on. คือตรงนี้คำศัพท์ที่น่าสนใจคือ to be short of money. Short ตรงนี้ที่แปลว่าสั้นตรงนี้มันคือขาดด้วย
ขาดเงิน
คือเงินไม่พอเคยได้ยินคำนี้ไหมเงินมันช็อต
ใช่ช็อตนะ
ช่วงนี้เงินมันช็อต
คนนึกว่ามันช็อตไฟอย่างนี้
ใช่เงินมันช็อต
จริงๆเขาไม่
No
ช็อต
short yeah short of money okay I have
I have of course yeah
แล้วเราทำไงอ่ะ
well you borrow or you
No, I just left actually. I just like
Oh, really?
Yeah เหมือนสมมติต้องไปจ่ายไง Let's say you are at like you are about to pay and then you don't have enough money
yeah
right
but for my case it's like a taxi I don't have enough money to pay the taxi so I just get down and borrow some money from the people there and pay him and then ask to contact other people whom I borrow money from Yeah, but you just
No, I never walk away like that. I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, like in a
Okay.
shop or something, you know.
alright.
แต่ถ้าเป็นแท็กซี่ก็คงแบบ I might do the same.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next question. So, have you ever forgotten to pack your underwear?
It's not forgotten.
Have you ever forgotten to pack your underwear? เคยลืม pack กางเกงใน I
I
have.
have, of course. Yeah.
เก่งมากเลยอ่ะ
Yeah.
Yes. and
What did
then
you do?
I had to like buy like this really strange and cheap, you know, underwear. มันจะเป็นเหมือนกางเกงใน like paper underwear เหรอ
yeah,
กางเกงในกระดาษอ่ะ and it feels really strange คือมันมีความรู้สึกของแบบอะไรอ่ะ
Yeah. I was.
I hate that. I hate that feeling.
For me, I went to Canada and I'm gonna be an exchange student for a year, but then my bag didn't come for like a week. So I didn't buy any new underwear. Just use A, B, C, D, E, F, G, flip. I think I have 2 underwears for a week, so it's fine.
You flip.
Yeah, flip
Okay.
and then flip back.
And then flip back and then flip back. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, we can skip to the next question.
Okay, next question. Have you ever seen a ghost? Oh, on any of your travels? Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever seen a ghost on any of your travels? หรอเคยเห็นผีหรือเปล่าหรอ
I can't say that I have. I can feel something very scary in some places, but it's not like an actual ghost.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well,
That experience.
One of the most scary places I've been to is the prison in Cambodia that they used to hold political prisoner in during the Khmer Rouge, the Khmer Dang period.
Yes.
Which was very brutal period of history. Millions of people got killed, and in some of the prison room there are still bullet holes, still chains, still blood stain from there, and it feels like ghost, but it's not ghost. It's memory from the place. It's
It's
extremely
memory from the
scary.
past.
And in Rwanda, there was a genocide, right? And in the museum, I walked into a room full of corpses, hundreds of them, which is preserved through a procedure. And there's still hairs and skin and hundreds of them just lying there. And the smell is smell of death. So it's not real ghost, but it's close, man.
พี่หนูขอบอกอะไรอย่างได้ไหมวันนี้รายการเราหลากหลายอารมณ์มากเลย บางช่วงพี่ก็สอนเรา แล้วบางช่วงพี่ก็เอาเราดงไปสู่เรื่องราวของแบบความโหดร้ายของ history.
Well, you can find that all over the world. So
That's amazing.
travel, kids, travel.
Yeah, you know, it's full of diversity. เต็มไปด้วยความหลากหลายจริงๆนะคะ โอเค ได้เวลาไปเบรกกันแล้วนะคะ เดี๋ยวช่วงหน้านะคะ เรากลับมาสู่ช่วงสุดท้ายของ English Room กันนะคะ Don't change the channel พักสักครู่ค่ะ So now we're gonna play sing along.
I can sing. I wanna sing. My name is Wanna Sing.
Good.
But
Wanna
I
sing?
can't
You wanna sing? Wanna
Yes,
sing?
wanna
You
sing,
wanna
wanna
sing?
sing. But
You wanna
can
sing? You have to sing today. Wanna sing? Yeah. I'm gonna rehearse first because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel.
นี่เพลงไม่แฮปปี้เลยเนี่ย Since I love talking to you หนูชอบพูดคุยกับพี่มากเลยแต่ว่า there is one little challenge for you นะคะมันมีแบบ challenge เล็กๆให้พี่ทำดังนั้นไปทำเลยไปพี่
Z Y X W V U T S R Q P O N M L K J I H G F E D C B A.
So how did it go เป็นไงบ้าง
It was difficult, but I thought it must be more difficult, right? But okay, I did it in 10 seconds. Not too bad, right?
Right now I have more questions for you
Yes.
Do you think love is an essential part of life
I think very much so. And it's not only love in terms of men and women, but relationship is very important. I mean, I didn't learn that earlier in my life. When I was young, I thought it was possible to just like being on my own, and I was very egocentric when I was very young, and I kind of left everybody behind because if I gonna talk frankly, I was quite fast in terms of schools, work. I do everything very fast, and I was ahead of the line in many aspects. But at the same time, I lack in terms of warmth and relationship and love. So it makes me a very cold person. And I look back now, I didn't like myself there at all. I didn't wait for anyone. I didn't try to comfort anyone. But growing up, I am very lucky to have a second chance with many people in my life, especially my family. And I try to make it better as I grow older. And I think it's very important to have people that you trust and you can count on all the time. And those people don't come freely. You have to invest in them first, and they will invest in you. You know TED Talk, right? Of course.
Yes.
And there's one TED that very interesting. It calls "What Makes a Good Life."
I know that.
They test the life of many men across 75 years and see who end up the happiest among those many people who. Some are president, some are janitors, some are engineers, some are like many different
it's the
ones.
longest research.
Yeah, ever in history. And after 75 years, there's a concrete conclusion that people who are happiest, period, are people with good relationship in their life.
That's it.
Yeah.
The relationship ในที่นี้หมายความว่าไม่ใช่กับคนรักนะกับครอบครัว
Yeah.
กับเพื่อนหรือกับใครก็ตามที่อยู่รอบตัวเรา
But including the lovers and partners in life
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
everyone. So yeah, I had starting to see it about a few years ago that when I was very successful, but I wasn't happy because I was alone. So yeah, I think love is a very important part of life. Yeah.
Because your parents are well-known writers, okay? Academics อันนี้เป็นด้วยเป็นนักวิชาการและที่สำคัญthey were former activists, okay? So the question is, are there any advantages or disadvantages to being their son?
Well,
เพราะพ่อแม่ดังไงพี่
let's talk about the disadvantages first. People always ask me about this, and when I was growing up, it was very hard to step out of their shadows. So it makes me very rebelling. Turned me to a rebel when I was young. But
เป็น
rebel,
เด็กขบถนิดนึง
yeah, rebel without a cause actually, because I try to act like a delinquent or gangster or things like that, which I wasn't. But I try to stand out in wrong ways. You know?
Okay.
And I hadn't found myself yet when I was young. So anything that make people look at me, whether good or bad, I did it.
You were a bit rebellious then. back
Yeah,
then เอาอย่างนี้แล้วกัน
it was
แบบ
like a
rebellious
inferior point in my life, ปมด้อย which is. But when I was young, I was like that. But as I got older, I learned the value of being their son, and I don't think it's as a disadvantages anymore. It's very good to have very intellectual parents. They are
intellectual parents
yeah,
okay?
they
เป็น
are
พ่อแม่ที่
parents
แบบ
nonetheless. I mean, they play with me, they have fun with me like every parents do. But at the same time, we can talk about history, politics.
อยากรู้เลยหนังสือที่วรรณสิงห์อ่าน What books do you read?
The latest book I'm reading now is called Algorithm to Live By, which is
Okay.
about the statistic that's very important to your life. Like, do you know that, for example, you're gonna buy a house, right? When should you stop looking? Like, how many house you see before you start deciding?
Okay
37%. Like, if you think that you're gonna look at 100 house, you should reject all the first 37 house and then start deciding after the 38th house, which is better than the first 37. You see what I mean? So that's equation for this, and it's very interesting book. So I read that. I read world history. I'm right now trying to read about Atatürk, which is the former leader of Turkey.
Yes.
And Saladin, which is a very famous emperor of Persian Empire. And I read our history. I read a lot of sci-fi novel.
เด็กๆน่าจะรู้ว่าเรามีปัญหาหนึ่งที่เราชอบพูดกันบอกว่า Thai kids don't read anymore มันมีอันที่เขาบอกว่าอ่านน้อยหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยจริงๆแล้วเด็กก็ยังอ่านอยู่นะพี่แต่อ่านแบบกระทู้เรื่องชาวบ้านหรืออะไรเงี้ยเราก็ยังอ่านเยอะอยู่แต่ what is the importance of reading do you think
There's the things you can read and useful to your brain, but there's the things you can read online and not so useful to your brain or even harmful to your heart. The things that you read and make you hate people, make you judge, make you criticize a lot of the people you don't know, and that's spread everywhere over online.
คือบางทีเราอ่านแบบอะไรที่มันเป็นข่าวใน Facebook แบบเร็วๆแบบ5นาทีสมมติแล้วอยู่ดีเราก็แบบ you cry and then you feel angry เข้าใจป่ะอ่านข่าวแรก oh my god I'm so sad and then you ทำอย่างนี้ and then you laugh แล้วหัวเราะข ำแล้วสว่าน่ารัก
If you look at the essential part of it, it's not that you crazy, but it's because it's very quick. Online media is very quick, and it designed to make you feel. I mean, you feel what they want you to feel.
Yes.
And you don't know about this, but yeah,
You feel what they want you to feel.
The news agency do this, and it's make the news spread quite a lot. So coming back to what is the importance of reading, I think it's because it's long, and you can concentrate a lot on one topic at a time, and you don't have to jump from here to status to pictures to whatever.
Do you know what I think? Reading requires patience.
Yeah, it
That's
does. It does.
อันนั้นคือสำหรับพี่นะการอ่านเนี่ยมันต้องใช้ความอดทน Let's relax now and do something fun in playtime. Yeah. So your name is Sing, right?
Yes.
So now we're gonna play sing along.
I can sing. I wanna sing. My name is Wanna Sing.
Good.
But
Wanna
I can't-
sing?
I can't
You wanna sing? Wanna
Yes,
sing?
wanna
You wanna
wanna
sing?
But
You wanna
can-
sing? You have to sing today. Wanna sing? Yeah.
I try to sing, but it's not gonna be singing. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you because we have to sing along ต้องร้องเพลงไปด้วยกันแล้ววันนี้เนี่ยเนื่องจากว่าพี่ได้แบบพูดถึงเรื่องราวของแบบ depression and you told me that you were depressed last year so I have like a really happy song for you to sing along we're gonna rehearse first because I'm happy clap along if you feel like a room without a roof พี่ต้องมีมุมนี้บ้างโอเคไหม
มันจะผิดคีย์มากเลยนะ
ไม่ได้ก็
โอเค
เขาบอกว่าอะไรคือเพราะฉันมีความสุข clap along คือตบมือเลย
Can I go low because my
Yes,
voice will
yes.
clap along if you feel
พี่เพลงไม่แฮปปี้เลยเนี่ย ได้แล้วแต่โอเค clap along โอ้ยเพลงอะไรไม่ได้
if you
clap
feel
along
like a
if
room
you feel
without a roof
yeah that's fine ไป one happy we are happy let's go louder Woo. พี่ต้องร้องเต็มที่นะไม่งั้นหนูให้ใหม่นะ
ตอนนี้จ่อยมากเลย
Come on happy you have to be happy you have to be happy
จะเข้าแล้วใช่ไหม
yeah มา
Because I'm happy clap along if you feel like a room without a roof
clap
along if you feel
like happiness is the truth come on
clap along if you know what happiness is to you clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do
พี่มันมีความน่ารักในตัวพี่อยู่นะ
I can sing man
You can't sing but you wanna sing that's
yes
it
that's my name wanna sing people
wanna sing who don't wanna sing
yeah
yeah whatever
yeah sure
yeah
okay
anyway
Yeah.
thank you so much now I am sure you more no
no
stop okay we are happy so that's it okay thank you วันนี้คุยกันมาเยอะมากแล้วล่ะเราคุยเรื่องเราจริง
I
จั
have
ง
the cue
มากOh
okay.
Clams, pins and needles
yes
pins and needles
Okay.
okay yeah เกือบจะจับแล้วแต่แบบไม่ได้
what were you saying
No I mean like before we say goodbye you have anything to tell your fans
So what I want to say to you guys, of course, please watch my work. Tour and Travel has been on air for a week now. Started from March 4th, and it's going to be on air every Saturday at 10:30 in GMM 25. So please watch about that. It's going to be in Afghanistan, and then to Africa, and then to North Korea, and to many different places. Check it out. And you can take a look at my other works on my online Facebook, facebook.com/wannasing. That's going to be a lot of articles, a lot of online videos and programs. You can check it out. And other than that, I don't think I have anything to teach you guys anymore. So get out there and go somewhere.
Okay อยากจะให้ทุกคนเห็นจริงๆนะคะว่า once you think of English as a tool to help you communicate
Yes.
you can speak English with anyone จริงๆมันจะเลยเส้นของความเคอะเขินไปเลยมันจะรู้สึกแบบ okay I'm gonna just like try to understand him and he is going to try to understand me and let's just have fun with it
Yeah, the key is to communicate, not to perfect your grammar
Yes and stop being afraid วันนี้จะต้องลากันแล้วนะคะกลับมาเจอกันได้ใหม่ในรายการ Loukgolf English Room นะคะชอบรายการเราก็อย่าลืมส่งต่อความรู้ทางภาษาอังกฤษดีๆแบบนี้ให้กับคนอื่นๆนะคะเจอกันใหม่วันนี้เราลาแล้วนะพี่ขอบคุณมากนะคะ so have a great day guys สวัสดีค่ะ Bye guys แฟนๆรายการ Loukgolf English Room ทุกคนนะคะ Loukgolf มีอะไรสนุกๆมาให้คุณร่วมสนุกนั่นก็คือกิจกรรมที่มีชื่อว่า Your English Room และนี่คือสิ่งที่คุณต้องทำนะคะหากคุณดูรายการ English Room ตอนล่าสุดแล้วคุณชอบประโยคไหนเป็นพิเศษหรือชอบฉากไหนเป็นพิเศษให้คุณถ่ายรูปนะคะลง Instagram นะคะและ Hashtag English Room TV ทีมงานของเรานะคะจะเข้าไปเลือกผู้โชคดีนะคะและประกาศรางวัลนะคะทางช่องทางสื่อออนไลน์ของเราไม่ว่าจะเป็น Instagram และ Facebook ค่ะสำหรับของรางวัลในช่วง Your English Room สัปดาห์นี้ก็คือหนังสือ Pocket Book Love at First Sight จำนวน 2 รางวัลค่ะ
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z Z Y X W V U T S R Q P O N M L K J I F G F E D C B and A
No one is gonna beat him okay ไม่มีใครจะเอาชนะเบอร์ได้